shirts.
No, I'm so excited. Okay.
I'm so jealous.
Snow?
I love snow.
There's a 30% chance in the next hour. I mean, but whatever. I'm just
lucky.
excited to see the snowflake on the weather.
Here I am.
I love
Hi,
the
everybody.
snow
It
in
is
New York.
time to Star Trek and chill. Melissa and I have zero snow. Anne-Marie is bragging that she's about to have snow in New York City, very possibly.
I don't want to jinx it. Oh, now it's up to 50% chance.
See, look at that.
But then on the today forecast, it says 80, and 2 minutes ago it said 30. So who knows? I think everybody's left the Weather Channel and nobody's.
Where's Katie? When we need her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Katie is unavailable today, sadly.
She's at an
Otherwise,
actual snowstorm.
she's actually doing weather stuff.
I know.
So everybody, hello everybody. We didn't even know you were there. This is just what we do all day. We just hang out and chat. So what are we going to talk about today? We're probably going to be talking about Star Trek. Probably going to talk about Prodigy, a little bit of He-Man, a lot of World Cup, maybe some Babylon 5 when our friend Charlene Schmidt shows up after her Babylon 5 podcast. She could tell us all about that. I'm kind of curious, from a Babylon 5 fanatic like herself, what elements of Babylon 5 are so good that they're not in Deep Space Nine? Like what is it? I'm not saying which one is better than the other, but what's missing from Deep Space Nine that's in Babylon 5? That would be really interesting to know. And Anne-Marie, you've seen it all, so you might know that. Anyway,
actually, I don't know the answer.
Okay, well, we'll see. Anyway, everybody, hello. Thank you for joining in. Melissa Longo is here wearing a cool Cat Pack shirt that I bet she made.
I did make it, and I pulled it out of the closet. I was like, I haven't worn this in a while. Why not give it a go?
Fuck it.
Put it on. Why not?
Anne-Marie's here and ready. She knows I'm calling on her next. She looks like she might have some Ferengi eyes from the Seventh Rule.
I was guessing.
Well, I mean, I have like 8 of them.
I want one of those sweaters.
They are the most soft, comfortable sweatshirts of all time.
Where'd you get it?
On Teespring.
Where
the Seventh
if you're
Rule
a Patreon
Teespring, everybody.
Patron, you get a discount. Yeah. And their customer service is amazing.
It is. We're very happy about the customer service.
And show us your
Teespring
shirt,
store.
Ryan.
Well, my shirt, I am in this. Today is going to be such a good day, you guys, because I am wearing my brand new Triclops shirt.
That none of us voted for.
Triclops.
I did.
That we bought, that you guys helped me choose on this live show just 2 weeks ago. It didn't win the poll, but I know you guys secretly meant for it to win. I was just like, I can't turn this one down. I'm sorry. It's just too cool.
It looks some guy in a cult doing VR.
Look at, so this guy, anybody remember Triclops on He-Man? His voice, he would go like this. This is what he sounded like.
Oh, wait, is he a Ferengi?
No, this is what he sounded like.
Hey, He-Man. Let's get He-Man, everybody.
That's what he sounded like, kind of.
That's his hair on the side.
And then Skeletor would be like, He-Man, get him. He'd be like,
I'll get him. I'll get him.
Wait, so he's a bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad guys on He-Man are way better than the good guys.
Wow,
that's for
cool.
sure.
And how many women are talking to you because of the shirt?
2 right now. Kind of mockingly, but whatever.
No,
we'll take it.
I love the shirt.
See, Anne-Marie, do you love the shirt too?
Triclops. It's so funny. I mean, that said, it's a cool color.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would get
color.
What about his hair? His
that's why I thought it was Ferengi
his bob. Look at his bob.
God, he has a bob.
Like He-Man does. It's cool.
Bonnet. Yeah.
It's cool in Eternia.
The only things you could get away with in the 80s. Man bobs.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
So our friend Char's popping in right about now as well.
Yay.
So as she
there I am.
Oh my goodness, there she is. Char Schmidt is here as well, wearing a cool NASA shirt. What's up?
NASA. Yes, I've had this shirt forever, and somehow it's managed to hold up after wearing it countless times. I love it.
You know what I love right now is our matching backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
This is good.
That was not planned, you guys.
Everybody listening in, Melissa and I both have a red Star Trek and chill background, and Anne-Marie and Shar both have a space background. Looks like I see Finland and
Space.
Scandinavia behind you.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like there's the Black Sea in Europe and Russia and North.
Yeah.
Okay, so the craziest thing, so NASA fever is like taken over since Artemis launched. And I was walking down the street. I was downstairs outside of my apartment last night. This guy walks by in a full-on NASA jacket, but like an astronaut jacket, like with like huge sleeves. It's just missing the helmet. I was like, what an interesting. I'm like, is this fashion or are you going to like a fancy dress party? And it was like kind of like dirtied up. Or I was like, are you in a theater like production? But I kind of like that NASA's like taking over fashion and
That is
everybody's
cool.
getting into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
NASA's
So-
hip now.
Oh, and
Definitely
Shar,
added like 50 pounds.
check this out, Shar. I got the Triclops shirt that we were getting
Hey, cool.
other-
Looks good.
the other.
And you
Thank
have to-
you.
You have to do the voice again because she
If I
wasn't
d-
here for
I
that.
can't- He goes like this. He goes
Hey, He-Man,
something like that. I had him talking into the microphone there. See,
Oh, that's funny shit.
Oh my God, voiceover artist.
I'd watch a whole program of that.
I don't think my voice could handle that, but
Fun
to try.
Might hurt
so-
after a couple hours.
So everybody at home, tell us right now, what are you drinking and what are you thinking? You thinking about Prodigy? You thinking about the World Cup is the only correct answer? You thinking about Star Trek news? Are you thinking about what Mike McMahon is thinking about, which is, you guys remember how everybody was freaking out about Twitter last night, saying that it was gonna
The Y2K
break down or something
Twitter.
like that? The funniest tweet about that was our good friend, Mr. Mike McMahon of Lower Decks and Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites, that said, wait, how are we going to know if earthquakes happened?
That was so funny.
I love that.
It's true.
Wait, look, but actually I have to say Larry's tweet underneath in response also was equally
You saw this,
funny.
great.
I saw that.
Oh,
too.
it says, Larry responds, forget that. How will we know anyone is eating in color? No, I like Mike McMahon's better because that's true.
Yeah,
Like
the
the second
earthquakes.
there's any earthquake, everybody goes, earthquake, earthquake, earthquake.
Yes. Such a thing. Also, LA weather, if it rains, how will we know?
I know. How will we know when the hurricanes come through?
If he really likes me. So everybody at home, what are you drinking and what are you thinking? Melissa, what are you drinking and thinking right now, by the way?
I am drinking this root beer that I discovered,
Hell yeah.
and it's actually a healthy root beer, which kind of I was worried about, but it's called Alive, and it's got
It's alive?
It's supposed
Is
to
it
help
probiotics?
yeah
Oh.
with
Ah.
3 different kinds of mushrooms in it, and it's got a whole lot less sugar in it than regular root beer, which I was a little worried about, but it's really good.
Oh, Paul
It's-
Stamets.
wow.
Over
Oh, delicious. And
Interesting.
yeah, Paul Stamets, and it smells amazing. Amazing.
Wow.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was my next question was, does it smell disgusting?
Yeah.
But it doesn't? I'm
It
shocked.
Smells like delicious root beer.
Wow.
It's delicious. And you
I
can
kinda
get
wanna
it
try
at
it.
Trader Joe's.
Is it? Oh, cool. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'll go to Trader Joe's.
Mm.
Oh, awesome.
Mm.
Let's get some mycelial networks going on in here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my God, I feel a pull coming.
I
Well,
know,
what are you
Linda,
drinking and
right?
thinking, Anne-Marie?
Full face.
There's always
Okay,
a poll coming.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like colder now, so I switched to black cherry White Claw. It was like, I
Ooh.
know it was a hard decision when to do the switch, but I decided today. So
Oh
yeah,
my
That
but,
sounds like a good
yeah,
one.
It's delicious. Oh my gosh, I can't even get over the quality of taste of this stuff.
I love black
Nice.
cherry anything.
Me
That
too.
sounds amazing.
Cherry Coke is like my all-time favorite, or Coke with grenadine is my all-time favorite thing. So
Ooh.
yeah, I
Yum.
love
Oh,
cherry
yeah.
everything.
Mm.
Anne-Marie, what are you drinking today? Did we black cherry?
Black cherry White Claw.
That's it?
Sweetie.
Okay, sorry. I went off into pole land. But then as soon as I was asking, I was like, wait, she did say black cherry, but it's not no watermelon though. That's
Watermelon, I decided, is like a
Just
little summary.
oh, so it like explains everything into a short like paragraph.
Well, she just explained the whole
That's hilarious.
Summary.
That's
Thanks.
hilarious.
Oh, wow, wow.
Long
It
night.
took me a second.
No, you have your new shirt on. It's not enough.
But also, I'm just like on such a high if there's any chance of snow. First snow is like my favorite day of the year.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I love snow.
I'm not.
I'll be
It can
standing
cap
in
the
street
mountains
like a
all at once,
lunatic.
but I'm so glad we don't get that here. I lived in snow for 30 something years.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about you, Shar? What are you drinking and thinking
It's
today,
so
by the way?
Well, since Thanksgiving is next week, side note, what the hell? I'm not ready. Are you ready?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like go shopping and buy some things because that was not anticipated. It just snuck up on me. So I'm having a vodka cranberry topped off with a little bit of 7-Up because
Yeah.
'tis the season, I guess.
That 7-Up edition is crucial. I love
Yeah.
that. I've started doing that too since you like turned me onto it. /
Makes it
reminded me.
festive.
Yeah.
So we're all
That is good.
sparkly right now.
Not
bit.
me. I'm drinking Triclops beverage. What kind of beverages does Triclops drink? Well, I'll tell you. He drinks
Protein shakes.
green mashed up juices in a R mug.
Wow.
Arr.
Oh my gosh.
That's so fun.
Mm.
How did we just
Mm-mm.
Tastes
name
like
this our
lawn
mug
clippings,
today?
just the way Triclops likes it.
Did you
Triclops has
just
bad
get that
taste.
mug?
Yeah, he's salty.
Did you just get that?
What, Anne-Marie?
How have we never seen the R mug before? Is my question.
The what?
The R
She's
mug.
asking if it's
Oh.
new.
Did you go
Is your-
shopping?
Mug new.
Did you go to Home
No, I'll
Goods?
be honest. I'll be honest.
Your roommate's name is R something.
No, I saw it and I was like, that must be mine, but I don't remember when I got it.
It's so cool. I just thought maybe you went shopping crazy this week with t-shirts
I
and
don't
mugs.
I don't really go shopping. I like, what's the last thing I don't even remember
The
the last thing. Oh,
t-shirt.
the last thing I got was this thing. Actually.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
That was my one holiday gift to myself.
Yeah.
So you're not
Um,
going out on Black Friday for all that mayhem.
Oh,
What about
No.
you guys?
no,
I
way.
used to work retail.
Same.
Oh man.
Oh.
That'll
doing
turn
my
you off in
holiday-
a pinch, won't it?
I'm
I'm doing
working
my
at
holiday shopping on
restaurants on Black
Indiegogo.
Holiday.
I worked restaurants for a number that doesn't even make sense. A number of
Oh.
years that don't even make sense in my brain. I'm like, wait, how old am I for me to have been able to work that many
Okay.
years?
So I
in a
worked
place I
like
didn't like?
hospitals for holidays and they were crazy. Like enjoying not having to do that.
People get candy canes lodged in their throat. What's your worst nightmare story, Shar, for working in retail?
Oh. Okay. I had a trash bag leak on me as I was taking it out to the big trash dumpster. And it was in a mall. And so I had to get the mop and
Oh.
bucket ready and clean it all up all the way
Trash
over and
juice.
back, and then go clean up the massive mess I had because it was the whole store was a disaster. And I was probably there for an hour and a half and I was so tired. I mean, I was exhausted just from dealing with so many damn people,
Oh.
but cleaning up all that mess by myself was
Oh,
horror. Yeah.
gross.
People in service jobs do not make enough money, you guys. And if you've been there, you
Mm-mm.
know.
Linda Anderegg in the live chat says Ryan is so tickled by his shirt. You noticed? So we have a poll.
We've noticed.
That is, the question is, how do you feel about Ryan's new Triclops shirt? The options are: it is glorious, pretty cool, I guess. Wow, that thing is ugly and gives me a headache.
Why would it give me a
So-
headache?
Whoever voted for that, wow, that thing is ugly, is rude.
But at the same time, I feel like that person is being refreshingly honest. I feel like, but I think it looks
I actually
whatever.
think it's really pretty. I love
But
that color.
See, and I like pretty. Everybody listening in,
But
if
anyone
you can't
who's
picture it, it's just a very pretty shirt.
It's washed
That's
out
all.
red,
pretty shirt.
which
It's-
is really
it's-
pretty.
like fire engine orange, almost like an orangish reddish kind of, and then it has a green, and it's Triclops' head and helmet and his hair, and it's just anyway.
Yeah. Good complementary colors.
You know this thing about, people saying bad things and it being refreshingly honest. People can say positive things and it be just as honest as the negative. So
Also, like, whose perspective is that honesty? Sometimes I wonder too. I'm like,
It's
really,
your
you're actually
truth.
just being mean.
Speaking your
Yeah.
truth.
it
Yeah.
could be just somebody being mean.
I doubt it. I think that
I've been
I
seeing
think
a
that they
lot of
know
that
that
in
we're
the
good
musical
sports and
theater
they can be
world.
honest.
Not in the Star Trek world, but a lot of refreshingly honest. Which is kind of
I think it
Oh,
depends
might
on the
do that.
source
Gosh.
yeah.
and whether you
Yeah.
care about what that person thinks or not.
Well,
Mhm.
that was refreshingly honest when I was back at school for musical theater, and it's whatever. It's an
Yeah.
opinion.
It's still your opinion. That's not.
It's
yeah,
an
exactly.
opinion. Like
We all
yours
have
is more important
opinions.
than anybody else's.
See, I think that's the secret to my happiness. I actually don't have opinions. I just
Well, you don't
rely
have
on
opinions or you
polls.
just don't care about opinions. Like they
I just don't
sway
really
you.
have opinions. I just kind of go like,
Mm.
and that's why I put the polls up, because I want to know what everybody else is thinking, because there's nothing really
Oh.
happening in my brain. It just like echoes and stuff.
You have
Ryan, you
opinions
lie.
about the World Cup.
We'll cover the World Cup. Don't you worry. I'm so excited about that. I can't think straight. But let's see. In the live chat, Jim Westbrook says, woohoo, I made it after all. David Gregory says, Artemis to the moon. John Patrick Green is drinking eggnog.
Wow. Impressive.
John Patrick Green says, that sounds like Fat Albert. You're right. I agree. I remember the Fat Albert
Oh my
cartoon.
gosh. Yeah.
Let's see. Chuck A's drinking water. JR Poole says, now I want to hear Triclops explain wrestling moves.
True.
That'd be pretty good.
Aaron is drinking coffee and eating pumpkin bread with Marmite. Whoa, rebellious.
Wow.
I'm very intrigued by this
Wow.
combo. You
And,
never
and
know
you,
what works.
Ryan definitely has opinions about mayonnaise.
Barf.
Oh my gosh.
BL says no drinking at World Cup in Qatar. Oh, that's a bummer. Catherine
they banned
Sage
alcohol.
says not drinking enough, brain kind of off. Sorry about that, Catherine. Hope this helps. Hope we don't
Yeah.
rattle your brain too much with our weird shit.
Mushrooms
Wayner
are
says,
good with.
Isn't
for
that what they're
brain
here
health.
for?
yeah, who knows? Wayner, maybe they're lost.
Yeah, why do
Wayner's
people show
drinking
up?
An apple smoothie. That sounds great, right? Bob D, beer now, fruit punch chillin'.
Ooh.
right.
All right.
Oh, that's good. I love fruit punch.
Yeah.
Rob Marr drinking Yorkshire tea as ever.
Ooh.
All right.
Linda Anderegg is thinking about how cold Chicago is and how snowy Buffalo is. Phil M is drinking coffee again. Tim Hortons this time. Yum.
Oh.
Aaron says, so Twitter didn't die then.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You never know. It could happen.
It's just like
as
waiting. Just waiting for it to be that moment. Like, when is it going to happen?
It may
Because it's
never
going
die,
to.
or it may die right now. Who knows?
Might happen right now while we're live. Wow.
Jim Westbrook is drinking his usual Soda Stream Cherry Cola. Very nice. David Gregory is doubling down on Bevy Labatt and lots of water. Okay. Hello to everybody and thanks for playing. Oh, Tierney is drinking Great Value diet tonic water, acidic, frugal, no sugar, and wishes it was full of alcohol, just like me. Upside down head emoji.
I have a question.
Please.
Oh, what is diet tonic water?
Yeah, that's true, because
Isn't it-
tonic water doesn't have sugar to begin with, does it?
Isn't
Not
it a
that I'm
certain kind
aware
of
of.
mixer?
Is it caffeine free too?
Yes, I think so. I don't know. I really don't do tonic water. I shouldn't be talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. but I think it's for certain things. You mix it with certain things, has some sort of taste to it, but I couldn't tell you what that is. Somebody in the chat
Sure.
will know.
But the weird thing is tonic water has calories, which I just don't even understand what it is. It tastes gross too.
Oh, so it's not the same as sparkling water.
No.
I think it's a little
I
different.
think it has
tastes
like
different.
quinine, but I don't know if that's what gives it the calories.
Yeah.
I don't know
If
how
you
it
ever
works.
bartended, it's
I'm
the
always
cue
like, get that
on
tonic
the
away from
fountain
me.
on the
Yeah.
fountain gun. It's a cue for that quinine thing or Quaalude or something.
Soda or just plain water is better.
Oh,
Okay,
Pat
here we
B
go.
is having Stella Rosa blueberry wine. Yum.
Oh,
Wow.
Stella Rosa.
That sounds
Oh,
amazing.
I like yours better. I was thinking of Sub Rosa. Stella's more fun. Or a combination of Streetcar Desire
Yes.
and Sub Rosa.
Okay, here's the
Sub
difference.
Rosa, yes.
Oh my gosh, no, mashup between Streetcar and
Mashup.
Sub Rosa.
Grandma.
Wow. Oh my.
Oh my gosh, that's the
Brian
best.
has no idea.
Grandma.
Ronan.
Rona.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
that's great.
So anyway, back to my shirt.
I'm gonna pitch that when they open pitches again. I'm gonna pitch that.
Yeah, do it. It should be
Hey,
a
can we
short
go
track.
back to yeah. Can we go back to the difference between tonic
Yes.
water and club soda? Okay, I
If you need
figured
to know.
it out. Thank you, Google. The tonic water has a bitter taste because of quinine, which is the Q thing, and whereas club soda is just carbonated water. So it is a mixer for alcoholic drinks usually, and that is what it is. It's bitter.
Yeah, like a gin and tonic, which just never really sounded good to me because gin
Same.
and tonic, and they're like, but you could add a squeeze
It
of lime.
tastes like a
All right.
Christmas tree. It's like
No.
so gross.
The sound of
No.
it makes me want to cool off.
I mean,
Ask
I really want to
any
drink
cat.
it because
All
it's so
cats
cool
know what
sounding,
Christmas
but-
tree tastes like.
Yeah.
Mochi.
Tastes like your
Mhm.
cat.
All right. There's a lot of quinine talk in the dude. Melissa, you said you worked in restaurants. Mother's Day, worst day of the year, right? For working in restaurants. For me, it was
Yeah.
like every time Mother's Day came around again, it reminded me, I was like, how am I still here another year? How did this happen?
Well, most holidays were kind of a nightmare because people forget to make reservations and then they think you can magically appear a table because they showed up.
Oh, how special they are.
Mhm. And then
That's the
they'll
thing,
get
is special.
indignant because we don't have a table for you because you didn't make a reservation.
Still harboring
then-
feelings.
Yeah,
Life
and
is
then,
not fair.
and then they say agree to be put on the wait list, and then they say, "Well, how much longer? Well, how much longer? You just got on the wait list."
And then what do you say?
It's gonna be a long time. I quote them the accurate time. It's gonna be a long time. If somebody
Kind of how this
cancels,
goes.
lucky you.
So Tierney Board Queen in the live chat, for some reason I had a feeling this would be the answer. She says gin and tonic is amazing. Ryan, how dare you? I had a feeling that she liked
you?
that. I don't. Anyway, Sub Rosa erotic wine from the Bahana. So
That sounds real. I just want to say that.
I haven't
happen.
seen Sub Rosa.
Star Trek
Dude,
wines,
Since-
get on that.
I watch that all the time. It's so fun.
And then
I've seen it
the
just
bottle
once,
is
and
a
it was
candle
like
shape.
what, 25 years
Crazy.
ago?
You're lost. Well, you'll be seeing it again in a couple years.
Yeah, what season isn't it? Was it
Which-
like 4?
6 or end of 6?
Seven.
I think? 7?
Oh, it's that
Yeah.
late.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a few years then before we see
but-
it.
Yeah.
I meant to say, like, speaking of holiday shopping, I'm doing mine on Indiegogo for the 7th rule because basically everybody I know I hope they like TNG. Or they at
They
least
better
should.
now.
Yeah. I mean, it's Denise Crosby. How much more holiday does it get? Her grandpa like wrote one of the top selling Christmas songs. So
This is true.
Mhm.
I always forget that.
Here's the crazy thing I just learned on
Forget that.
Wikipedia. Her first husband's stepmom is Julie Andrews, which I'm like,
No kidding.
Oh my
things you learn
gosh.
on Wikipedia. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm shocked by this. Yes, major wow. I had no idea.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
enough Wikipedia gossip. Sorry. I mean, it's not gossip, it's a fact.
Hey, I was
That
way
is
worse. We just talked about
mind-blowing.
my shirt for like 10 minutes. You can talk about Wikipedia for one.
Well, it's Julie Andrews.
I know. I'm like, my mind is so blown. Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
So we just
Wow.
closed
No
out our
idea.
poll because BL, I love BL. I don't know who BL is, but BL says, quote, close the poll.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
it.
right.
Your wishes are command. That's
All
like
right.
Larry's chat where it takes him
Got
so
it.
long to catch up in the chat. Somebody usually has to say like end of chat so people know to stop talking because he's like an hour behind.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the winner of this poll, the question was, how do you feel about Ryan's new Triclops shirt? 7% of you said, that thing gives me a headache. 7% of you said, wow, that thing is ugly. 29% of you said, pretty cool, I guess. You know, they just want to be nice to me. And 55% of you are legit. You said, it is glorious.
It is.
Anne-Marie would probably
No,
did the
I
pretty
voted
cool,
for
I
that
guess.
because I would wear that because I love that color. Looks good on brunettes.
it's great color. And then with the green, it's a good color green. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
the
really
combo.
nice. Yes.
I loved it when it wasn't even my favorite bad guy. My favorite was Trapjaw. And I wanted to get Trapjaw because I liked him, but I'm like, but this one just looks cool. It just looks
Yeah,
cool.
it comes
And
together.
he was like my second favorite, so that's good enough.
Trapjaw was on a kind of an ugly color green.
And it was like a full body, like
Plus,
action
if
shot.
it's
I don't know.
green, you can't wear it on your green screen.
That too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is too
that
bad.
too.
That can be
Anyway.
We would have
problematic.
all been robbed of this experience.
Rob Marr. Speaking of robbed of this
Oh.
experience, Rob Marr says 7th season TNG is ropey as hell, albeit with some of the best episodes: Pegasus, Parallels, Lower Decks, hell
Yes.
yeah, Genesis,
Genesis.
Gambit 1 and
I
2.
love when Shar says that. When you don't say it in real life, I say it in my head in your voice. I've been listening to it for like a decade now. It's so good.
Yeah, it's just a thing. I can't help myself.
So I don't know. I feel like season 7 of Next Generation gets a lot of flack
Okay, it
for
has
not being
Gambit
that
part
good,
1
but
and 2.
I love Gambit
It
Pro.
has
It's got my favorite scene
attached
ever.
One of my favorite episodes of all time.
Coffee and croissant.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Gosh,
I love Lower Decks. I love
Lower
that
Decks.
episode.
Me
Oh, wait, not
too.
that
One of the
kind.
best episodes. One of the
Yes.
best.
It is good.
Yeah. Yeah. That is good TV right there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I didn't
all
know
good
Thine Own
things.
Self is in season
Mhm.
7. I thought that was an earlier, the one where he becomes Jaden. That's like I kind of like secretly like that episode. And I love Masks is the other thing.
Oh, Masks.
I don't care what anybody says. I love that one.
Well,
Somebody
not too
told me I
sure I'm
should
with you on
make
that one.
some of those.
Yes.
Make a mask.
Yeah. Especially the
Hmm.
one that Data wears. Is it, I think.
Oh
Is it
yeah,
that one?
Misaka.
You know, convention
With the
goers might like
sun.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought like, it'd be so cool to wear those with uniforms.
Oh,
so I'm
Oh,
gonna
that could
rattle
be.
off. I'm gonna rattle off right now all of the episodes of season
Mhm.
7. And then we'll
Yes,
have an accurate
I love
depiction
this.
of season 7. Is it
Of how
great?
good it
Is it
is.
not great? Here they are in no particular order, except that this is the exact order they come in. Air date order, I guess. Descent, part 2.
Love it.
Liaisons,
Absolutely love it.
interface. Gambit, part 1. Gambit, part 2. Phantasms, dark page. Attached. Force of nature. Inheritance. Parallels. The Pegasus. Homeward. Sub Rosa. Woo. That is a low IMDb
Genie.
score.
No, but I forgot to 10 Sub Rosa. So
That's not going to bring that up.
I wouldn't
That
see
is
now.
savage. It's a 4.8. That's
Oh,
outrageous.
that's
wow.
ridiculous.
Oh, come on,
Lower
you guys. Just
decks.
sit back and enjoy the absurdity.
I just
Yeah.
logged into IMDb and you said 4.7 and up popped
4.8.
inconceivable. Sorry.
But also,
That's Grand
it's
Negus X saying
4.8.
that.
Yeah. Inconceivable.
And then you got Thine Own Self, Masks, Eye of the Beholder, Genesis, Riker the Cro-Magnon, Journey's End, Firstborn, Bloodlines, Emergence, Preemptive Strike, also a good one, and All Good Things.
I've tend
Doesn't
like this
seem
whole
so bad.
season.
That's not a bad lineup.
Some of these are legitimately my favorite episodes or up there. I had no idea Liaisons was season 7. That seems so like season 4 or 5, the one where like those 3 ambassadors come, and then like one of the girls has like they like trap Picard on the planet for their education with like fear or something, and that girl is like, "Love me. Why don't you love me?" It's so good. And then the other one is like getting chocolate from Troy, and the other one's like trying to fight with Worf. I
Yeah.
love that episode so much. I did not realize it was season 7. It seems a lot earlier.
We're going to have a next
realize that
generation
either.
tournament.
Ooh.
And the question is, what's the better next generation season? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And then after that, we'll do 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to go into the finals.
Ooh,
Shoot.
tough, man.
I
Mhm.
don't remember all of them.
Me neither. So on the 7th rule, we're all going to be reviewing these next generation episodes. I think most of you know in the live chat, we've got Denise Crosby joining in. So
Woohoo.
Jake Sisko and Tasha Yar together at last to talk about next generation episodes. And Denise is definitely going to soften the blow of season 7 next generation for us as we
Season 1, you mean?
power
Season
through.
1.
Sorry,
Which
season
I will
1.
say gets better every watch.
We'll see.
Okay. Also, season 7 had Kirsten Dunst, who like was so fun when I met her, and I was like, "Do I ask her about TNG? Is that weird?"
Yes, I hope you did.
Yes.
Okay,
Does she
here's the
remember
thing.
it?
I did. Here's the thing. I didn't, because it was like 2016 or 17. It was a double date, and I felt like weird being like a fangirl. But yeah, in retrospect, I'm like, I should have just gone for it and asked her about working with Rachel.
She probably would have liked that question better than Interview with a Vampire, because she probably gets that one all the time.
True.
Yeah,
So
no one
good.
asks
I
her
love
about
that
TNG,
episode.
the one appearance she made.
Yeah, it was
Right.
awesome.
So
Oh,
the
shit.
poll,
4 has
we don't have to
doubles
keep this
due.
poll going because it's very clear that seasons 3 and 4 are running away with it. Season 3 has 41%, season 4 has 53%.
I haven't even
2
voted.
You
I know.
hurry
Get
because
on
we're
it.
about to
I
kill.
can't.
Oh, you
I
just
just
voted for
can't.
season 3.
No, I can't vote.
Someone did.
I love them all so much.
I did.
Okay.
Just to boost it a little bit, because I
Three
can't
should
choose.
win because it was like the game changer, but I love them all so much.
And 3 is my favorite number, so I figured why
Mine
not?
too.
Really?
Why?
Yeah,
Why 3?
Yeah.
it's
I
a
don't
magic
know.
number.
Oh my god, because
Oh.
there's 3 cats on your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you notice, I'll try and put 3s somewhere hidden in my stuff.
Wow.
Ooh.
The Nina.
Nice.
Yeah.
So our second poll is between seasons 5, 6, and 7 of the next generation. Seasons 3 and 4 get an easy pass to the finals. And this is going to be fun. This is exciting. This is getting us warmed up for the World Cup.
Woohoo, woohoo.
We're going to, man.
Oh my god, it's so hard. 'cause
Ooh,
I
it
love
is
Times
close.
Arrows so much. Ah.
This is gonna be a close one.
Dream.
Yeah. Yeah. 5, 6, and 7. Boy, that is tight.
I just love attached. so
Especially
much,
if
and I
we've
have
got to
say
pick
7.
2 from each, then this is going to be really tough. Because
Yeah. Right now we couldn't do that.
Well, yeah, 5 and 7 are neck and neck.
That's interesting because I think
Yep,
6
they both
is
have
so
26% right
good.
now. Boy.
okay, so while
Wait,
we're
wait. Oh, I thought you were
going
closing the
over
poll.
that stuff, Shar. Oh, here's a fun question. This is what I was wondering before you hopped on.
What's
So
that?
you are a big
Oh.
Babylon 5 aficionado. And real quick, can you tell everybody about the show you do literally right before you come on live with us?
Sure. It's me and Norman Lau, who says hi to you all, by the way.
Hi.
Said
We
he
love
wanted me to tell
Norm.
you all hi. We get together on the Mission Log Discord, and it's one of the live chats that we have throughout the week. And we're going through each episode of Babylon 5. It starts at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fridays. We go for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, but I cut out early to come see you guys. And
So sweet.
we basically dissect the ins and outs of an episode, and for first timers we try to make it as friendly as possible. We avoid spoilers as much as we possibly can, and we do have some newbies who are watching the show for the very first time, so it's fun to get that perspective. And yeah, if you like Mission Log, if you like that podcast, hop on the Discord. It's a lot of fun, but it's way more than just like Star Trek. It's Babylon 5. It's like any show. We have an Orville chat. We've got a
Is there
Twilight Zone
Doctor
chat.
Who chat?
We don't have a Doctor Who chat yet. I mean, we have a
Yeah.
channel, but not a chat, like once a week thing. Give it time though, that might happen. So lots is going on there. The community has grown a lot in the last year, and we're just trying to keep it going, just to nurture it. And we've got a cool thing going on over there. So check it out.
Cool.
Thank you for
That's
letting
awesome.
me plug.
Absolutely. Well, it's not just a favor to you, it's a favor to them because they need to know about this good stuff. They want to know what's going on that they can go check out. Robert Kaiser says, if I wouldn't avoid Discord, I would probably join that Zocalo thing. Oh, that was less of a positive comment than I thought it was going to be when I started reading it. I just saw
that's
Zocalo.
okay.
I was
It's
like, oh,
okay.
this guy gets it.
Look,
But
it's
Robert
all
Kaiser's
right.
a little sassy. He's out
They're
in
like,
Austria.
I will say like Mission Log and Seventh Rule are my 2 favorite $1 Discords. It's like the best value for money ever.
Yeah.
Do
And if
you
you
know
don't do
of other
Discord, that's
$1
fine. There's
Discords?
plenty of other platforms, but that's where we do
I think
ours.
I'm on some others, but those are my 2 they're standouts.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, especially in collapse of Twitter or the impending collapse, I'm just spending more time on Discord than really anything.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
With that community in
Hmm.
particular, just
Mhm.
enjoying
That's
that.
great.
And yeah, it's not as much of a reach, but that's okay. You're having more like better quality conversations there.
That's the
So
thing. Is
that's
the bottom
fulfilling.
line is you find a happy place where you like. Thanks. Yeah, Amory. You find a place where the people are that you like, and then you just hang out with them.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
this next generation poll is quite tough because we've got the first place one is season 6, but 5 and 7 keep staying tied. But
Oh,
only
man.
only 2 can move on. Do we have to have a sub poll between 5 and 7 now? This
Do we
is
need
getting-
a runoff?
I think so. We do
Yeah,
need a
that's
runoff.
what it is. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is
Okay, so we're gonna have a runoff election.
We're
getting
Georgia right
exhausting.
now.
Yeah,
This
that's
is-
what we're
Oh my gosh.
okay.
I just can't even vote between I almost said 7 total, between Next Generation seasons. They're so good. They're also special.
I mean, there's things to love about all of them. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They're also nostalgic. I just love them so much.
All right. So
And
this
I
is
love the
poll
bad episodes, especially.
just between Next Generation season 5 and season 7, because we got to figure out who's making it to the finals here. So
All right.
Shar, what I wanted to ask you though, specifically about Babylon 5, because we know it's similar to Deep Space Nine or always kind of compared to it.
Certainly. Yeah.
What does Babylon 5 have that Deep Space Nine doesn't? Or like what elements of it that are really good that you would say that, that show does better than Deep Space Nine, or that show has that Deep Space Nine does not?
Boy, okay. It's a tough comparison because I do love both. And that is the thing, is you can love both. You
Yep.
have in the fan base, you've got the really rabid DS9 fans, you've got really rabid B5 fans, but the truth is these shows might seem similar on paper, but they really developed into their own things entirely. I would say Babylon 5's biggest strength, and it's not that DS9 didn't do serialized storytelling, but Babylon 5's entire 5-year run is one big story from start to finish. That
Wow.
was the intent. And no other show was really doing that at the time. It was sort of the catalyst for things that followed later, like Lost and a lot of the TV that we have now. So this was a kind of a novel concept, and it had to fight, just clawing its way the whole time to get that full 5 years. It almost did not happen. Season 4 thought they were going to have to wrap it up. And so the creator of the show, Joe Straczynski, condensed that season just in case they had to cut it off
Wow.
there, film the finale. Then at the 11th hour, got a 5th season through a deal at TNT. If you remember that network.
Mhm.
Ain't no drama.
Where there's usually wrestling and college basketball. Perfect place for a sci-fi show, right? Definitely the audience. But anyway, they picked up Babylon 5 for the 5th season, 4 TV movies, and then finished the show that way. Did a spin-off that lasted for about a season, not quite.
Oh,
Overall,
what was the
I
spinoff?
didn't know there was a
it was
spin-off.
called Crusade. And
Hmm.
it starred Gary Cole as the captain of the ship, and what's his name? Daniel Day Kim as the first officer.
Wow.
From Lost? He was in Lost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh
From-
my gosh.
From Blink of an
he's-
Eye or whatever the Voyager for those.
Yes. And I mean, he doesn't get nearly enough screen time, in my opinion. I think he's the big gem
Ever.
of that show. Yeah. Really good. Really good. But
Talk
there were a
about
lot of
eye
things behind the
candy.
scenes. It just, the spin-off did not, it was kind of just like a no-go from the beginning. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, it did not last, which is sad.
Some
I don't
people,
like
some
to
people
think-
answered that in the live chat. Sorry, Anne-Marie. Some people in the live chat are saying what Babylon 5 had that Deep Space Nine didn't have is Bester or Walter Koenig.
Oh,
It's
so
true.
good.
But what were
You
we
have
saying?
not seen
They don't
Walter
have as many good.
Koenig.
They don't have as big of a
wanna
glove
see it.
budget.
Yeah. If you just know him as Chekhov, check out Babylon 5. You're going to see a
he's so
whole different
good.
side to his acting prowess.
Aw.
What I would say is like when you watch them both, my headcanon is sort of like Babylon 5 takes place before TOS. Like it's sort of like if you're watching For All Mankind, it's like later down like the line show because it's just like grittier. Things happen, like people travel there, spend their life savings, get stuck there, and then can never leave, and they're like living in the slums of Babylon 5, and that like would never happen in Deep Space Nine. So it just feels like it's not quite like as far, even though I know we're only talking about a few hundred years in the future. It just seems like it's closer to actual like people today, or like the Earth situation today.
Yeah,
really
that's a really
interesting way to
good
think
point.
about.
Yeah, Babylon 5, its future is more realistic. There's certainly sci-fi things and there's good things happening in the world, but it's not quite as idealistic as Star Trek wants to envision the future. So there are problems and there are things that are happening that aren't so great. We're still working on some stuff, which does seem more realistic. And I love this show for that. And I also love Star Trek for what it is. So, you got to watch it for its own reasons.
Does it
Mhm.
kind of, I don't know, parallel The Expanse in the, that grittier
I don't
look
know.
at
I can't
future?
tell you. I've never watched The Expanse. It's on my
Oh,
list,
okay.
but I haven't gotten there. Sorry.
That's what I hear, but I haven't watched Expanse yet either.
I've heard
Okay.
it's really good. I need to
It's
watch
very
it.
good. It's very
Speaking
good.
of fear, you guys, sadly,
How did it make it?
season 5 defeated season 7 of Next Generation. So we've got the finals. What we did was we shaved off the edges, and it's between season 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the final 4.
Okay.
And now they're gonna duke it out to the death.
Those are all very consistent seasons too.
Hmm.
That's tough.
Oh, 3 is Survivors. I love that episode. Love Kevin Uxbridge.
Man, okay, it's between 2 of them for me that I cannot decide because both seasons have favorites.
5 and 6.
How do you play favorites? Oh,
I know. I just They're each
Man,
like a year of my childhood. It's too hard to decide.
it's true. Yeah, we grew up watching
I know, and
TNG.
like which sibling was born each year.
Yeah.
I can't just differentiate.
I
After
just
this,
remember
we should
watching
have
TNG
like
with my dad.
we should have like a tournament between
Exactly.
like non-Star Trek things like Battlestar Dramatica and
Yes.
Babylon 5 and Doctor Whom
Yes.
and The Expanse, you know,
Yes.
things like that.
I just
Epic
haven't
battle.
watched Babylon 5, but the other 3 that you mentioned are really good.
You saw
Give
The
me 5 a
Expanse all the
try.
way to the end.
Mm-hmm. Very good. It's so good. Much better, I think, than the first episode lets on, because I think the first episode's a bit confusing. But once you delve into the universe of The Expanse, it's so good. It's such great storytelling, great character development, and I love that their use of language and how it's not recognizable of the century that we're currently living in. It sounds like it's from a different time, and I love that
Oh,
kind of
wow.
stuff. Mhm.
That's interesting. That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they
I
have
have
their
gotta
own
watch that show.
accents, and yeah.
Which is cool.
Nice.
Love that
Yeah.
attention to detail.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Mhm.
accents, our good friend Rose M. Kirby in the UK is up. It's about 2 a.m. where she is. And she
She says
says,
she's still at hotels though. I don't know.
oh, really?
where.
She says, I want to wish everyone good evening, USA, and good morning from the UK.
Oh, okay.
Watch out on Instagram for the big reveal of where I am. And she has like a huggy emoji and a heart.
Oh,
And
Oh.
to
Oh,
joy
boy.
to everybody. Oh, this is exciting. Where
That's
in
a
the
huge
UK is
reveal.
she?
oh my god!
Cool.
It's like Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
Where's Rosie? No.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love this.
The spin-off we
exciting.
didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Mm.
hmm Okay, so BL, just go ahead and let us know when to close this poll,
Okay.
and
we're about
we will
time.
have a winner.
Boy, I'm gonna check and see
BL
how
also
it's going.
says,
Oh,
how
wow.
about the best sci-fi of each decade? That's a fun idea.
Hey,
Oh,
that could be a
so
knockout drag out.
Poor 90s who has it so hard, so much competition.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. Mm.
Okay.
And poor 2020s was so much competition.
Yes, I feel sorry for decades.
Yeah.
For moments in time.
Poor decades.
Oh, those poor
Poor decades.
numbers.
Poor
I mean-
decades.
Lucky Enterprise in the 2000s.
Ugh.
BL is so nice. Quote, letting War Dog Heim vote. That's very nice. Hello, War Dog Heim from the blue
Hi,
skies of
Wardog.
Montana.
Hello.
All right. So I think that's about it. Ooh, J.R. Poole says Red Dwarf.
That's your
I'm
favorite show, I heard.
so sorry. That one didn't quite do it for me.
I have not watched it yet.
I tried for a few episodes.
I saw it as a kid and I can't remember. I haven't watched it since, but
I
the
remember
main
watching an
guy's kind
episode of,
annoying.
or a couple episodes of Faulty Towers.
Oh yeah,
It's like a
never got
British
into
show.
that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this show is making me nauseous.
It's hard because I
So
almost only
bad.
watch British television except for Star Trek and like Ghosts and Abbott Elementary.
Oh my gosh, Ghosts is so good.
So good.
So
Shar,
good.
Shar, are you watching Ghosts on Paramount
No, I have no
Plus?
idea what you're talking about.
Paramount
it's-
Plus.
It's
Is
like
it? Oh,
amazing.
wow.
It's like an actual reason of Paramount Plus besides Star Trek and Wings
Oh,
It's
and
really
90s
good.
Nickelodeon.
Easy watch.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's so
It's
clever.
like 20 minutes episodes, so cute.
Mhm.
all
Like,
right.
Occasionally I tear up at the end. And I'm just like, oh, these are actually beautiful episodes.
Well, there's so much heartfelt stuff in them, and have
Mhm.
different ghosts from different centuries. It's really fun to watch them
Yeah.
interact
Oh,
with each other. Yeah, they're
That
it's
does sound pretty cool. I like ghost stuff.
Me
I
too.
do too.
Like
I
I
mean,
like to
ever
watch the
since
Ghoul
Bewitched.
Boys on Watcher.
Bewitched was not a ghost.
Shut up.
No.
There was like a ghost once.
It was witchy.
There were a couple ghosts, actually. There was a Salem bedwarmer ghost.
Wasn't Wings, Tierney says Wings,
I'm
yes.
a
Wasn't
major
Wings,
Bewitched. Yes.
wasn't Wings the other show that Frasier was in? Like the actual character Frasier?
I feel like you proved
No.
this right the other day. There was
Right,
some
and that's what it
crazy
was.
appearance that I
Yeah.
had no
Frasier,
idea
that
about.
was the spin-off of
Kelsey
Cheers.
Grammer played.
Kelsey Grandma.
He made great cookies. Oatmeal was his favorite.
I love
Kelsey
that.
Grammer
He had hard
played
candy in his pocket.
Frasier on Wings.
Hard candy in his pocket.
Yes, he did.
That's so funny.
From the Carter administration. There's some
Oh.
flint. You could peel it off. There you go.
Oh,
You know how I feel about that voice.
Oh my
What
gosh.
voice? The grandma voice?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that
Um,
voice before.
It's good.
Okay, you're right. So in 1992, he played Dr. Fraser Crane on an episode of Wings.
See?
Crazy.
Boy, oh boy.
So crazy.
So he's played the same character in 3 different
There
shows.
like have been some articles where like people compare Fraser Crane and Worf as like the 2 characters on TV who
Ooh.
played the same character for like the most amount of years consecutively.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously there are others, but like on primetime shows.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Cool.
Wouldn't like all of the characters of Cheers or anybody that had a sitcom that lasted 11 years?
No other characters on Cheers. Like, I mean, obviously like Lilith would be on occasionally, but they're talking
Or maybe
about,
it's
like,
multiple
they're talking about
series.
regular for like
Must
that
be on
many
multiple
years.
series then.
Well,
Yeah, I
Worf
think
was
it's the
on TNG
crossover
and Deep
stuff.
Space Nine. So like
Right. So that's
that
a
was
total
so
of
many
11
years in a
seasons.
row.
That
Yeah,
was
but,
like
like-
11. And then there are sick, like Seinfeld went 11 years, right? So that's,
I guess maybe
Did
they
it?
mean like
I
But
think so.
Cheers
Or
went
Friends. A lot of them did.
for a
Friends
really
went
long
forever.
time.
Hmm.
But wasn't Cheers one of
ER
the
went forever.
longest running shows?
Mm. I know it's
Well,
it was
in
pretty
in
long. I know
America, because
they did like a 200th episode extravaganza once, so that's
Yeah.
got to be a lot of seasons there.
in
That's
the
a lot.
UK they have a
yeah,
lot
Cheers was
longer.
longer.
Okay, so we are ending this poll here. And the final results of the best, this is official, everybody. Nobody can have this discussion ever again. We have actually settled it, this argument
Oh
forever.
wow.
We're never-
17% of you said season 3 of Next Generation is the best. 20% of you said season 4. 24% of you said season 5. And 37% of you, for the eventual winner, said season 6 is the best season in Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's cool that they all got a good amount of votes.
Uh-huh.
They're also
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Because
They're very
otherwise, Anne-Marie
consistent.
would say, "Oh, poor season 3."
I voted for 6, but like 3 deserves a lot of kudos because they're the ones who like saved the show.
True.
If you've
There's a
seen
lot of good
Chaos on the
stuff in season
Bridge.
3. Who Watches the Watchers? Yesterday's Enterprise. Best of
my
Both
God.
Worlds Part 1.
Oh,
Right.
by the way, Pam Adlon's show, like Better Things on Hulu, so good. In one of the early episodes, she because she plays like a version of her real life self in the episode in the show, and it's like semi autobiographical. And in one of the early episodes, she like goes to be on a show where she's an alien and she's wearing pointy ears, and it's like such a fun little like callback to when she was on Who Watches the Watchers. She like looks a little Vulcan-y. Very fun.
Cool.
Love that show.
Nice.
My says MASH had 11 seasons. My also says Hiya, War Dog Heim. She probably meant Hiya though.
Is it like a Miss Piggy
Hard to
kind of
say.
Yeah, who knows? So look, I know this is a Star Trek show, but can we just spend like 1 minute on the World Cup since it's starting in 2 days? Okay, it's starting in 2
And
days.
how excited are you?
And it is
So
the
is that the
biggest
same thing as
event
FIFA?
in the world. Yes, FIFA
Okay.
is the one that runs it or puts it on. I think it's bigger
Yeah.
than the Olympics personally. I mean, I think
the
it's the
whole
biggest
world.
and
It
it's
is.
the best sporting event in the world, I believe.
It's fun to
Besides-
watch. And I didn't start watching it until I met Aaron, who was all about football, i.e. soccer. And so far as that he coached it for youngins for a really long time.
Yeah.
So he was very much into soccer, and that was very big part of our lives unexpectedly. So I got into it, and now I'm excited about the World Cup as well.
Aw.
Cool.
For that reason.
Who are you cheering for?
I don't know yet.
Well, we're about to find out, everybody. Here are the 32 teams in the 2022 World Cup. Here they
Bring it.
come. Okay.
There's more teams
Group-
than there used to be.
Group A is Qatar because they are the host nation, so they're the only nation that gets in automatically, and also Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. Group B is going to be England, Iran, the United States, and Wales. Quite a battle going on here.
Oh yeah, I
England,
vote for that
UK,
hot.
and
I
Wales
vote for
there.
the hottest men. B's high up there.
Okay. Well, no, I think you're gonna like Group D, but hang on.
D,
Group
yeah.
C is Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Group D is France, Australia,
that's hard.
Denmark, and Tunisia. Group E also has some finans.
Spain.
Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Oh, the Axis powers are right there.
Yeah.
Group F, Belgium, Canada. Canada, it's their first time in the World Cup besides, I think, 1986.
Oh.
They've only been one other time.
Aw.
They scored 0 goals, got all losses. So this is their
Because
chance
they're used to
to,
playing on like snow-covered fields.
yeah, and with hockey sticks. And so if they get one goal, it will already be
Little
an improvement.
cuties.
Oh,
So
I'm rooting
we're
for
going
them.
it.
Go
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
yeah.
But also
yeah.
in Group F, so it's Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia.
Oh,
Group-
my other country.
That's right. Group G has Brazil, Serbia,
Woo.
Switzerland, and Cameroon. And lastly, Group H, Portugal,
Yay.
Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea.
Ooh,
Man,
This is hard.
that's going to be a
good.
tough
It's gonna
lineup.
be-
So much fun.
I
I
love
know, I love
I
it so
love
much.
France, England, and Iran. So
Well,
hard.
we can't leave out Wales.
Mhm.
I was just going to bring this up. Who
I'm
else is
just going by
watching Welcome to
men.
Wrexham?
Oh,
Wrexham.
That's what my husband and I are watching through right now. So I think my pick is going to have to be Wales
Over the
just
US.
because of that. Yeah,
I'm
That's
excited
right.
for that.
that's
matchup.
right. I'm sorry. I'm a bad American.
It's
It's
okay.
not our
Old.
best sport. It's not.
No.
Unless you're the ladies team.
I was gonna say Women's World Cup is
Women's World Cup's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
rule.
pretty exciting.
The
Yeah.
guys, I'm sorry, you got to step it up.
And their Canadian team is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Bend it like Women's World Cup.
And with that, I should probably go, guys. I've got some dinner plans. I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
Aw.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
Ooh,
supposed
that's
to
fun.
see you off there. Sorry.
It's okay.
Shar, have fun. Enjoy your dinner.
So
Thank
good to
you.
see
Yeah.
Always good to see you. Yes. Is there going to be a Trek and Chill next week? Maybe some spoiler alert here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. I don't really plan on doing Black Friday shopping, so I'll probably be there.
All right.
Yeah, I need to be banned from it for my bank
I
account.
plan on avoiding it at all costs. So
Same.
That's
we'll
my
see.
rationale. Like I've been
But I may
through
still
that
be
on
out
the
of
other
town.
side. Let's not.
Same.
Yeah,
I
F
just don't like
that.
crowds. Crowds have people. Ugh.
Yeah. What's wrong with Cyber Monday? That's great.
Yeah. What's
Let's
wrong
do it
with
from
Cyber
right
Friday?
here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Anyway,
y'all.
Thanks,
Spoilers.
Shar.
Very good to see you with you, chat with you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're in the States.
You
Yeah.
too.
You too.
All right. So here's what I want to know from everybody in the live chat. Give us the 3 teams that you are rooting for the most.
Just 3.
Yeah, I mean, you could put more. I mean, there's no, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
You can, because there are 32 teams. So you could
Right.
you could theoretically be rooting for one team in each group and they won't play each other at least until the next round. So that's,
Right.
that's 8 teams that you could theoretically root for that, but it's fun. I am bummed though that Wales, England, and USA are all in the same, because I know our buddy Eve England is torn about that because she's Welsh. Her husband is English, but they live in Wales and they like everything American, because who doesn't? Am I right?
Right. No, I was thinking about that too.
Oh my gosh.
Matchup.
John Orchiola says, my pick is whatever team Ted Lasso coaches. Best comment of the night. I love Ted Lasso so much.
So Anne-Marie, your top 3 are Croatia, France,
it's good for
and
tourism.
England.
Well, Croatia just because it's good for tourism, and since I'm like a Croatian citizen, and then France because I just love the men, and same with England.
Aww.
I mean, I love Iranian men too, but I had to put Croatia in there just for business.
The Aussies.
You could do a 4th.
Aussies are.
And also, I don't like their politics right now against women. So,
Well, that's true. That is a rough one. Yeah, but just now, before this year, they were always fine about. Yeah, no, Melissa, can you you let out a little something? You want to tell us your thoughts on Australian men?
They're tall.
They're good too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Australian men.
How do you feel about their accent?
They have a lot of
and their short shorts.
Let's just do a whole bracket of men.
Wow.
When is the Women's World Cup? Me and
In
Scott
2
Baker
years?
and Michael and
yeah.
Sirach,
I'm
we're all gonna
over
be
that
like,
too.
we're gonna be like, yeah, Swedish chicks go
you
sweet.
kidding
We're
me?
gonna,
Yeah, it'll play
Yum,
really
yum,
well
yum, yum.
optically.
Senegal, yum yum. I'm rooting for that team.
Yeah.
But I do the same thing with the Women's World
Me
Cup
too.
too. So
I go by that, and I go by
Wow.
style and color. Yeah.
Well,
Like
there's some
team colors. I love team
Oh.
colors.
Oh, so you don't mean style of play? You mean style of their jersey?
Style of their
no, I mean
outfit.
style of
I was so proud of you. I was like, yes, I love their differing styles from the different countries. And you're like, no, I mean like the style of their
No.
laundry.
Yeah.
No.
Style of their kit.
I love watching Women's World Cup because some of the women have some amazing athletes, especially in the U.S. team.
And accessories. Yeah.
And accessories. But there's
So
some
good.
great players.
So here is where we are with everybody's top 3. Chuck A says TNG, DS9, and Voyager are my teams. Fun. Aaron says Wales, but rugby though. Faith Howell, our good friend Faith Howell, says USA, South Korea. Not sure what my last one is. Maybe you'll be watching the games and you'll be like, I like their style, and you'll pick a third one, organically. Linda Andreich says Wales, US, and Canada. She's rooting for the underdog. Bob D, and US is a big underdog too, but not as bad as Canada. Bob D says Canada, and based on what's going on, do basic rights count as a team? Yep, I think.
I love this Shag 840 who came in recently and is so lost and now realizes we're talking about World Cup, but still lost.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Hi everyone.
I totally
Shag
don't
says,
watch.
Hey everyone, home from work, and I'm happy to join y'all. I'm so lost on what you're talking about.
Same.
Well, we were talking about Next Generation and at He-Man, of course.
Oh, is that
Let's see who
Josh?
else. Matt Boardman says Argentina. Hey Matt, by the way,
Ooh.
Argentina, USA, and maybe Canada.
Yeah,
I like
Argentina 'cause I love
too.
Avita. Yeah.
Well-
War Dogheim says USA, probably USA. Kanukistan, pretty funny. That's Canada. South
That is
Korea
fun.
and the Welsh. Ooh, grape juice.
Mhm.
Pat B says Brazil, Germany, and Australia.
Brazil.
David Gregory says, where'd he go? Wales, Argentina, and USA. These are good ones.
People are
This is a lot of
loving
fun.
Wales.
Argentina is a good pick.
But Brazil is always
Yeah.
always the favorite every year.
Yeah. I would pick Brazil because I have Brazilian friends, but I don't always like how they handle their
Yeah.
sportsmanship. Just to say. So
Yep.
yeah.
So final
Right.
thing on the World Cup before we move on, everybody in the live chat, if you had to guess, who do you guess will win this year's World Cup? And if you get it right, then you win the guessing game.
That's very difficult.
I'll tell you who I'm rooting for. My top three. I got to root for USA because I live there. But my heritage is French and Spanish. So I always root for France and Spain. Let me tell you, France and Spain usually do much better than USA. So I kind of root for USA out of obligation, but I'm like, but France and Spain actually got a shot, you know?
I wonder I wonder if Pep Guardiola is coaching any of these. He's Spanish, so I was wondering if he might coach Spain. So
Could be.
if so,
Could
then
be.
I would root for Spain.
But then, you end up starting to watch like games and then you just really like the way like Ivory Coast is playing or something, or Tunisia, or a team that hasn't played like Canada, or a team that hasn't played in like 20 or 30 years, or it's their first birth, like you get really excited for them and you start loving their style.
Something like Senegal or something,
Well, Senegal actually has done fairly well in the last like 20 years. They've gone a couple other times and they're definitely one of the best African nations. They've always been pretty good over the last, say, like 20 or so years, I think. Anyway, that's Senegal, though. All right. Oh, Anne-Marie, who do you think's going to win? Have you been meditating the last 15 minutes?
I have no idea what any of this means, so I'm like trying to decipher the live chat, but I can't even. I have no idea what's going. I didn't even know it was the World Cup. The only reason I knew soccer was involved somehow is because I saw Eve's gingerbread cookies with little
so cute.
Oh, it's the best.
So
on
cute.
her social media. Yeah.
That is the group B is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
It's the saddest one because we're battling each other.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's out of fun. But I am looking forward to seeing France and Australia play each other. And I can't remember who else is in that bracket, but
so
I also love the Marseillaise. I love
Marseillaise.
So that's like my favorite of all of the national anthems. So that's another reason why they're high up, just because I like their national anthem part.
Yeah. So check this out, everybody. This is what our good friend Eve England, associate producer of The Seventh Rule, what she likes to do is she makes gingerbread cookies for like the Rugby World Cup and the FIFA Soccer World Cup. And so look at looks like Group B. And so this, she makes gingerbread men and gives them little shorts that are kind of slipping off their booties.
So cute.
And she even makes, look at the amount of talent this lady has on, like,
I love the
look
little
at this.
check.
How do you do that? How she actually puts the style like Anne-Marie wants on their sleeves and collars of these little guys with the little black eyes.
I love the football. It's amazing.
It's been picked out by like sports channels, like at least in Wales, where they'll like show her gingerbread men from social media. Sometimes she'll like post that being on TV.
So this is the
Ryan
Wales
say that
jersey.
his favorite part. Oh my gosh!
This is
look
the
at that
Wales
dragon
jersey,
thing.
and then this is look at she even was able to write in USA and that's amazing. And then this is
cute.
Iran, and this must be England here. Oh, that's definitely an Englishman. Yeah. And she even puts it on some fake grass. That's amazing.
It's so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna let you say what happens when they find out who wins the match, because I know that's your favorite part.
That she eats the loser.
Like first, like eats a bite and like breaks them.
Oh yeah, she breaks them in half like they've been obliterated, and then takes a picture and posts that and says, like, sorry USA, you just got busted up, and then she like eats them like all savagely. And
It's the best.
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty awesome. She's got incredible talent with her baked goods and artistry. Anyway.
She calls gingerbread her medium. I just love that. It's so cool.
And she's done the same for Discovery. She did like 23 or something characters of Discovery. She did like a Discovery ship and a bunch of characters, and the cutest one was Linus, of course.
Of course.
Well, I think she broke the cookie mold when she did the Defiant, though. That was incredible.
And I'm putting her Twitter account in the live chat so people can follow.
She put lights on the Defiant.
Yeah.
That was
amazing.
crazy.
All right, so this is flashback to almost 2 years ago. This is what we're talking about. Luckily, Eve has this pinned so we can check it out. But look at this. So here is the actual Discovery. Well, not the actual, but look at that.
No, that's
Discovery
the actual one. Screen used.
Gingerbread. Here it is.
I love that like
after
edible
you.
pearl thing that's on the top too. It's so cool.
Not touching that. And
Oh,
then
nice aft.
and then look at, so here it is, the ship, and I think it was like 23 or something characters. Look at all these guys. You got Gray, Adira, Saru, Grudge, Non, you got Detmer, you got Stamets and Kolber. You got, look at this guy right here. Linus with the big old eyes.
And you have the
little Rin. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Rin.
so cute.
Lots of good stuff there. Anyway, so that's
she did the 7th rule as well.
Oh my gosh, the
All right.
7th rolls were amazing. Wait, weren't you wearing that t-shirt?
Oh
Thank you,
yeah,
Melissa?
I
my
was.
That's the best.
what t-shirt?
Melissa's
This
wearing
one.
that t-shirt in Gingerbread Melissa.
Oh yeah, that's
The
right.
7th roll.
Gingerbread Melissa.
That's so awesome.
I hope we were delicious.
I hope not. I don't want to
Which one
encourage
broke
her.
first?
I know.
She's like, well, actually, I was full. The cat ate you guys and the rats and stuff.
Oh. Maybe she fed us to the squirrels because she likes to feed squirrels.
I want to see Eve England make gingerbread Prodigy characters. Like
She already did. She already did Rock Talk last year, I swear.
You're right. She did Rock Talk. I would
Am I
think
like-
she would want to
am I
do
losing
Murph.
my
Has she done
mind?
Murph?
She
Wait,
did
I
a
think she
clay
did.
Murph. She did a clay
Oh,
Murph.
She did candle holder Murph.
Yeah.
But I do think that
So
That's
cute.
right.
I feel like she did do a Murph.
And
too.
she did
We have to look into
Ashtray
this.
Dal and Kitty Litter Gwen.
Oh, I love Gwen. I love Prodigy. I love all of
Me
the
too.
characters. I love it so much.
But that
too.
wink yesterday is just, I've been like smiling about that all day. The
Yeah,
wink
which is kinda
through an eye
surprising.
patch. It's just so
It wasn't
funny.
though.
Like,
It's the other
how
eye.
can you, I know, but through it, yeah, like how can you the like amazing artistry of being able to animate that and know the guy is winking when he's wearing an eye patch was just amazing. Oh my
You
God.
know, that's what I was actually looking at just yesterday, was the artistry. When you see a still frame of what we're actually talking about here, it's shocking how good their artistry is. Look at this. This is just one shot of Prodigy, okay?
So good.
Oh man, this is the one we wanted to talk about.
And look at this, because you see this Tellurite, even the sleeve
Yeah.
has wrinkles on it with different lighting. Like you could tell that the light is coming from up above because of the sleeve right here and the wrinkle. And then there's shadow here, and even down at their, at their knees. You look at these background extras right here. They've got wrinkles in their pants with shadow. I mean, and look at the sunglasses
That's
here over this
amazing.
person's eyes, with the difference in glare from a different angle of the light, again reflecting against the sunglasses. And, Jankum Pog, same thing. You've got texture on his chin and on his fluffy jacket and wrinkles on his jacket, his fingers. I mean, even just like looking at all of
It's amazing.
the detail they put, I'm like, this looks like a 1-year project for one frame. And it's just, it's mind blowing, because usually when you see cartoons or animated things, their shirt just looks the same. It's like a red block, but they're adding like texture and layers and wrinkles. And
Crazy.
I can't imagine the attention to detail, how long.
And
that
the
takes.
attention to
It's
detail to go in and
unbelievable.
be like, make sure this person has this on their, this tiny little detail on their person. And it's just amazing.
Yeah. So needles to say, we've all been citing how impressed we are, with Prodigy's writing, but let's not forget how unbelievable
Yeah,
their
no. Yeah.
And how
animation
cohesive those teams are to be able to like put together this and catch, like, when I can't remember his last name on Twitter, like does the comparisons between like scenes from 20 or 25 years ago or longer. And then the Prodigy scene, like people go and find like the most, like they've like paid attention to like something way off in the side that you would have never even noticed when you watch the original episode. It's just amazing. And obviously the Tellurite finger situation, that's some hardcore attention to detail by, I'm assuming, Aaron Wolke.
So our good friend Robert Kaiser here, he's a tough critic. And he says, I did watch the first 13 episodes of Prodigy in German this week, as we can stream those for free. Hey, no bragging, Lucky. So tell us, Robert Kaiser, who is a very tough critic, how do you feel about the first 13 episodes so far? Maybe in America we have to pay for it, but we got to see 14 episodes. So and Matt Boardman knows a little something about visual effects, and he says Prodigy is beautifully shot. And he also says their CG animation team really does a great job. That's good to know, coming from somebody that actually works in that field.
That's awesome.
What do you think of it, Anne-Marie?
Oh, I mean, I'm just blown away constantly. I love it so much. I mean, okay, we're just going to have to talk about it. The Tellurite finger situation is so fascinating to me, because obviously Jankum Pog has 3, that Tell guy has 5, and like I've listened to at least 5 hours of experts who worked on Enterprise and then Dr. Star Trek talking about this on podcasts in the past.
Let's just show everybody right now that's watching. So the tall Tellurite has 5 fingers, very, very human looking fingers, perfectly normal human looking fingers. Jankum Pog has 3 tater tots.
Okay, so in TOS, the Tellurites had like 3 that were kind of like a hoof. Okay, and then when Tellurites came back on screen in Enterprise, that was, so in this, I can't remember the episode title, but basically they changed the alien last minute to be Tellurite. He wasn't originally, it was just like if we make him Tellurite, that'd be like great to work with the TOS canon. But at that point, like the consoles in the shuttlecraft had already been made, and they were made for 5-finger species and not for like a hoof. And also it was kind of last minute for makeup, but I think the main reason was the console. So they decided, they were just like, it's like 1 or 2 day notice, we can't change everything. So they made that Tellurite in Enterprise have 5 fingers. And so there's always been some debate, like, what's your headcanon for why they're different? So some people were like, well, the headcanon can be that they sort of like, it's kind of like your appendix, like I think it's like, I can't remember what is it analogous organs, like when you don't really need it anymore. And so people were like, well, maybe it was like 5 fingers being on its way to a hoof, sort of like also like bat wings, how like some of those fingers are just part of the wing.
It's not analogous, but I know the word you're trying to think of, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up appendix, it goes right there. But I had one black cherry white claw, so I can't think. But but the the other idea would be that just some have 5 and some have 3, which clearly that's like the way they've. Wait, are you calling me on a Facebook Messenger? Did you pocket dial me, Ryan?
What?
So I think you pocket dialed me.
No.
So the other option is that it's just like maybe it's linked to like it's linked on the chromosomes for like taller tellurites with finger number.
Taller
So
rights.
that's why like, so that's why like Jacob Pog is like a runt, and like because it's so close on the chromosomes, he also inherited the 3 fingers because TOS tellurites are also shorter. So
Right.
just like super fascinating and interesting to think about. And hopefully Dr. Muhammad Noor does a video about this in the future. Now that it's established that like 3 and 5 fingered tellurites live in the same time era.
Did you guys get all that? It's pretty cool because
But I love that the real reason is like
Tellurite.
makeup scenery reasoning, because it's cool to
Yeah,
know background Hollywood.
so it's kind of like the whole
information.
Klingon thing, like how there's like the new Discovery Klingons, and then they're just like, no, we're not changing the way they look. We're just saying some of them look like this and some of them look like that. And so now there are 3-fingered tellurites standing in front of 5-fingered tellurites. Okay. Well, we are almost out of time here, everybody.
Oh yeah,
That means-
vestigial organs is what I'm looking
See.
for. Thank you, Mohammed.
Oh, Muhammad's in the live chat, is he? Oh, there he is.
Oh, hi,
If
Muhammad.
Hello.
you say his name 3 times,
Ah,
Muhammad, are we allowed to say our big secret of the day or not really? You let us know in the live chat if we can or if we cannot. And while Muhammad tells us that, we are going to tell all of you what's going on this week. Well, yesterday, let's go back 2 days. 2 days ago on Falling Towers, Watch the First, we released our full review of, what was it? Family Ties with Bridget Fitzgerald, myself and Dr. Muhammad Noor. Bridget Fitzgerald, we reviewed Family Ties on Paramount Plus. And so you could go check that out on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Also, yesterday, on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, we released our review of Prodigy episode 14. So the episode that just got released of Prodigy, you can now go check out our review. Myself, Sirach Lofton, and Bonnie Gordon, who plays the voice of the ship's computer and all Federation computer voices. So that's a lot of fun. Now, this coming Sunday, that is Sunday the 20th, at Deep Space 9 a.m. That's Deep Space 9 a.m. Pacific time and Deep Space noon Eastern time. On Sunday, November 20th, we are releasing on the 7th Rule channel our first segment of our review of Deep Space Nine Season 7, Episode 24 already, The Dogs of War. That episode is brought to you by, very special thanks to Bill Erickson, aka War Dog Heim. Melissa is part of that review, as is our favorite guy, Mr. Armin Shimmerman. So check that out. That's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern on Sunday on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Also on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, this coming Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we're releasing our full review of Deep Space Nine Season 7, Episode 20, The Changing Face of Evil. With Melissa Longo, of course. She is there. She's not evil. That wasn't,
maybe.
yeah, a little bit. We're all a little bit
bit.
evil, except for Muhammad.
Yeah, except
the
for
one that's not,
Muhammad.
yeah.
He's the only one who's never been evil ever.
Yeah. Yeah, the rest of us are like 2/3 evil, but that's not that bad. Considering how bad humans were in the past. We're actually pretty good. Let's see. What did Muhammad say? Did he answer the question?
He
Yes,
said
he
yes,
did.
but no details.
Right.
Okay. So next Thursday, that's 6 days from now, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Oh, wait, that's Thanksgiving. on the next Prodigy review of the 7th Rule, Dr. Muhammad Noor will be our guest that day. So 6 days from now, the next Prodigy episode that is released, Dr. Muhammad Noor will be our guest. Bonnie Gordon will be there, of
Yay.
course, Rock Lofton and myself. You'll never guess why he's the guest on that episode, but you'll see.
Have some speculations running through my head.
Yep.
I can't even wait.
Then, of course, next Tuesday, that's 4 days from now at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we have Virtual TrekCon right here on this channel. The main viewer, we're going to be doing all Star Trek news. We have journalist guests. You are going to love it. It's so much fun. And then lastly, the following Wednesday, 5 days from now, which is the 23rd, on Falling Towers YouTube channel to watch the first podcast, we have Perfect Strangers, because we're doing 80s sitcom month. 80s sitcom month on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Perfect Strangers with Melissa Longo. So it's Melissa, myself, Dr. Muhammad Noor, talking all about Balki Bartakamis and how often he does that catchphrase in the first episode.
Don't be ridiculous.
Which is 5 times. But did we like the show? Well, you'll have to find out. You'll have to watch and see. I think that's about it for us, right? So everybody at home.
And make sure to check out the 7th Rule Indiegogo.
Oh,
only 4
yes.
days left.
That is the most important thing of all, you guys. Boy, aren't
Wait,
you
only
right?
4 days left.
I know, it's crazy already.
Here is that. Everybody, please go support the 7th Rule on Indiegogo. Check that out. We're at 23,834 USD, very close to a second stretch goal at 26,000. Stretch goal number 1 has been surpassed. That is releasing the 3 years later clips. So what that is we're going to be releasing clips from 3 years ago. So like today, we just released a clip of Sirach telling very nice stories and happy things about our good buddy, Mr. Aaron Eisenberg, and me nodding along and trying not to weep. And it's very nice to look back 3 years back. But so we'll be doing that from now on to keep the Deep Space Nine flavor alive while we move into the next generation. We'll still be releasing fun clips from 3 years ago. So that'll be cool. And the second stretch goal, so that's the one we already unlocked. The second stretch goal number 2, is bonus Deep Space Nine series in review episode. That'll be a full episode bonus that'll be coming up in December. So check that out. We want a full Deep Space Nine series in review. We got to have it. All right, that's it. And so when we're back here on the main viewer, we're going to have all the news of the week. It's going to be all World Cup.
Oh my gosh, whoops. I forgot to like the chat.
Anne Marie, everybody, please
how
remember to
dare
like this
I?
video.
Yeah.
Please remember to give this thing a like. Please remember to subscribe. And when this show is over, refresh the page and comment in the comments below. Tell us about your World Cup and He-Man favorite stuff or Next Generation talk, whatever you like. Melissa, where can everybody find you online?
At Melissa Longo, on the 3 major, well, at the moment, the 3 major social media places. And then at the introvertedrepublic.com, that's where Walking Art made by Melissa is now, right now. And international shipping will be opening up soon. We're working on that. Yeah. Oh, you're on mute.
I said Anne Marie is into interspecies shipping on Star Trek.
I am into that. Super.
Where would you like to be found online? beside
Twitter.
our Discord audio channel.
Yes. Also, the 7th-year-old Discord for just $1 a month, the low price. Yeah, Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel1.
Easy. And everybody, you can find me, the 7th Rule and Falling Tower and Virtual TrekCon on YouTube, Twitter, even Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find me on Twitter, Ryan TG Husk. That's at Ryan TG Husk. Had to add the G in there, otherwise it looks like Ryan Thusk. Also, I think it might have been taken. Anyway, thank you all for hanging with us. Thank you very much. David Gregory, War Dog Heim, Jim Westbrook, Colin, Glenn Iverson, BL.
Also, Becca. I don't know if I said hi like verbally.
I'm Becca. Robert Kaiser, Faith Howell, Shag 840, Pat B, Scott Jensen the 13th, Aaron, Dr. Nor, I think we already said, Wayner, Rob Marr, and everybody, John Patrick Green. Thanks for the fun, everybody. We will see you soon on Tuesday, and it'll be live. Have a chill weekend. You've earned it.